This shit is.
Ready? All right. I got my man Sheen here today. What's going on, my brother?
What's up? What's up? How's everything? BMT?
Everything is good, man. I see the swole, man. What you been up to, brother? Now, see, before we get started,
Let's go.
we used to be on the court.
Yes.
I used to kind of push you around a little bit. Just give it a buck, you know.
You and Ja.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
And Ja.
You job, but now you and got big on us, man. What's been up with you?
Chilling, man. Living life. Bodybuilding.
One more. One more. Okay.
And, just enjoying Thailand.
Okay, man. So let me ask you this. Let's just start with this right here.
Let's go.
Now, most people, see Pattaya as a city of, sex, drugs, alcohol,
Right.
The party lifestyle.
There's more to it.
It's so much more to it.
There's more to it.
Like, when did you find out about the bodybuilding culture or the Muay Thai culture or the MMA culture here that so many guys participate in?
Right. So I'll say the fitness culture, right? So I did 20 years in the Marine Corps. And I remember one time I was staying in duty with this lieutenant. And this was years ago. And pretty much he was telling me, he was like, hey, I'm about to book this trip. I'm about to go to Thailand. And I was like, oh, Thailand's right, because I was in Okinawa. And I was like, Thailand's close. And he was like, yeah, I'm just going for a couple of days. And I'm going to visit Tiger Muay Thai. And I was like, oh, okay. So I went ahead, did some research. And I was like, I wouldn't mind doing that. And now he put Thailand on my radar. And then I started doing research. And then I stumbled upon Tony Huge. Right, he's a bodybuilder out here and everything like this, whatever. So that was like my intro to the actual fitness community here. And then, but I never really wanted to actually commit and actually take a trip to Thailand until my boys was like, "Hey, we're going to Thailand. You're coming." And I was like, "Okay, all right, whatever, cool." So I came on a guys trip, and that was pretty much like my intro. And I was like, "Yo, the fitness culture is nice here." And I was like, "I definitely want to retire and immerse myself into the actual fitness culture." And pretty much that's pretty much how everything hit the radar.
So, I mean, around Pattaya, you got guys that are jacked.
Right.
And some of these guys are, older gentlemen, let me say that. You see guys 40s, 50s, kind of jacked up. So there's definitely some extra juicing going on here.
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
Isn't that kind of dangerous, man? Because we be seeing bodybuilders pass away in their 30s,
there's a lot.
20s. Yeah.
There's a lot.
Is that more so the steroid abuse or?
And you said it. It's the abuse.
Okay.
So, of course, it's artificial substance that you're putting inside your body and stuff like that, whatever. But it's the abuse and not knowing exactly what you're doing, what you're taking, and what the doses are, and that's what causes death. A lot of deaths. Sorry.
Okay.
So pretty much when you look at the deaths across the board, mainly it's heart attack, heart failure, kidney failure, and stuff like that, whatever. So right now you have a lot of things that can combat certain things and stuff like that, whatever.
Okay, and like how important is like a testosterone level to getting more so of that natural look?
Elaborate on that a little bit.
Well, everything's about testosterone.
Right.
Man, I know as we get older, levels of our testosterone get lower and lower.
Right.
So what's the difference between taking testosterone and steroids?
So that's a good question. So I'll look at it like this, right? It's there are a lot of benefits, and that's what I was talking about, the abuse. There are a lot of benefits to actually doing TRT. Testosterone replacement therapy. There's a lot of benefits. And especially when you're looking at men that are over the age of 40. So some doctors actually recommend it, but it depends on your lifestyle, the things that you're doing, the things that you want to achieve, things that you want to continue to do as you progress in life. So what I recommended, I would say, hey, it depends on your lifestyle, and hey, if you're interested, just go ahead and seek medical advice. Just go down. There's a million clinics here. Just go down, sit down and say, hey, listen, hey, I'm thinking about doing it. What are the risks? What are the pros? What are the cons?
Okay. And do you do like specific supplements to get that look, like a supplement stack or anything like that?
Well, there's a million stacks out there. But then again, if you don't want to do the actual testosterone, because some people, they can't do injections, right? So there's some orals, but that's, kind of harmful on the kidneys and the different organs in the body and stuff like that, whatever. But there are things that are a whole lot safer than the actual injection of testosterone.
Okay. All right.
How I received it.
Now, you said you're former military.
Right.
Like, what's that separation? Because you guys work out generally,
every day.
In the military?
Pretty much, yeah, every day.
Okay, so what's that separation from bodybuilding to doing, you call it PT, right?
PT, yeah.
Yeah, what's the separation there? Like what's the difference in the workouts?
So pretty much it's a complete different regimen as far as working out and training and actually getting up at 05:30, running 3 miles, doing some pull-ups, doing some crunches. It's completely different. But that's where the discipline comes in at, because you have to. If you don't show up at PT, hey, you're in trouble. So you definitely got to have that discipline, and it's different parallels. It's a completely different.
Is it more so on the cardio side with the PT in the military? Because you're saying 3 miles, and I know most bodybuilders just kind of walk. They kind of want to stay.
Right. So it's a big difference, right? It's like when you look at PT, hey, you're PTing to keep your body in shape to fight in wars, to go to combat. So pretty much, hey, when you're bodybuilding, hey, you're preparing for that one show and that one show only.
Okay. Do women treat you a little differently more with the physique now?
So here's my experience, right? When you look at this place, most of the actual compliments are going to come from men, right? A lot of men are going to say, hey, you have a nice physique. You're going to get that bro nod like, hey, I acknowledge, you know.
I see you.
Right. But then again is the reality of the environment here, of this place. You see what I'm saying? So that comment that you're receiving from a female is artificial. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's like, oh, you have a nice body. But then again, it comes with something else. They want something else attached to that compliment. If you get what I'm saying. You see what I'm saying? But one thing I noticed here, the compliments are artificial. But you go to Bangkok, it's a little bit more authentic. And once you actually travel outside of Thailand, then that's when people are like, whoa, who is this dude? I want to get to know you. What's your name? And that's where I noticed that, hey, there's a big difference in inside of Thailand and traveling outside of Thailand, especially Pattaya, definitely for sure. But yeah, I get a lot of compliments. And for the most part, it's hot here, right? So I'm walking around just like this. I'm walking around like I'm either going to or coming from the gym. That's my attire. That's my everyday wear.
Okay. And like Pattaya, right? It's kind of like Vegas. It's a strong nightlife. How do you stay disciplined, still working out consistently, and with such a nightlife like just
right?
You know, it's almost like living in Miami. But a lot of guys, you know, bodybuild in Miami. But how do you do that?
So it goes back to the military experience, right? So when I first got into training and stuff like this, whatever, I used to ask myself, how am I going to do this? And I thought about when I did my first deployment to Iraq. And I was like, yo, that was a 6-month deployment outside the wire, running and gunning. You didn't have that luxury of alcohol. So I was like, hey, if I can do that while I'm actually supporting and defending this country, I can do anything. And that's where the discipline came in at. So now, once I got into bodybuilding, stuff like this, whatever, hey, I had to change my diet. My whole lifestyle changed, right? My whole lifestyle changed. So, me and my boys, we'll go out occasionally and, I'll sip and chill, have some fun. And then once I actually got into actual bodybuilding, prepping to get on stage and everything, I had to cut all that out. And it was kind of hard like the first week, but once I got adjusted and I was doing positive coping, like doing positive things to where, hey, why would I put myself in that environment to compromise exactly what the goal is? You see what I'm saying? So once I actually dialed in and I was like, yo, let's leave the alcohol alone. It was easy. It came easy. Do I have cravings? Oh yeah. I want nice little Henny and Coke, gin and tonic and stuff like this, whatever. Especially when I'm invited to like certain parties and stuff like this, whatever, birthday parties, dinner events. That I do want it, but I know how to say no and I know how to walk away. So it's easy.
Now you mentioned something about artificial compliments,
right?
Here in Pattaya.
Right.
Is that go for the relationships too here?
That's a good question. If you want to dive deep, we can dive deep. I would say it's 50-50. You see what I'm saying? It depends on the man, and it depends what you're looking for. What you're looking for is what you're going to attract. You see what I'm saying? So I look at it like this. If you focus on yourself and you present a good product, what you're looking for is going to attract you. They're going to come find you. You don't have to go looking for it. They're going to come find you. And I know it might sound so cliche, but hey, that's the truth. What you're looking for is going to find you. There's no need to chase. Not out here. There's no need. they're gonna find you.
Okay. So what's the point of guys, working out, bodybuilding, doing all this training, when some of the relationships, the majority of relationships out here in Pattaya are artificial?
Right.
Say that.
So with me, I do it for myself. You see what I'm saying? So it's just one of these things to where, like I said, hey, I wanted to immerse myself into the fitness culture once I got here, right? And then another thing too is I do it for myself because in the future, I told you I want to do fitness content. So it's like, hey, I'm doing it for myself. And I was having this conversation with my coach too, right? And he was like talking about accolades, and he was like, "What is your goal?" And I was like, "Hey, I want to be a fitness content creator." And he was like, "If you want to do that, and if you really want to achieve that, you have to do one thing." And I was like, "Well, what is that one thing?" You have to get on stage and you have to compete. People want to see a winner. They want to see a champion. They want to know that you actually did what you're telling everybody else to do. And I was like, okay, got it. And hey, June, I think it was like June 7th, had my first competition, and it was a success. I enjoyed it.
Would you date with an American?
With an American, yeah.
Passport bros. Thailand.
This ain't just about travel, it's about freedom. About finding peace in places they told us were dangerous. About brotherhood, real follow trends. We build our own lanes. And yeah, we rock it different too. This is the uniform for men who think big. Passport Bros. More than a shirt, it's a way of life.
Yeah, go cop the new merch.